Rita Repulsa, one of the biggest villains of the Power Rangers who fought against Zordon to try to conquer the Earth, but who really is Rita? A sorceress daughter of the galactic warlord and sorcerer Master Vile, a feared conqueror of worlds. Rita never knew her mother, but she did know evil and dark magic. She made herself a scepter to channel all her evil power and make her more dangerous to do the same as her father, conquer worlds. She met Lord Zedd and began to work for him, conquering the galaxy while gaining fame for her destruction of worlds. Rita was such a powerful villain that she began to create an army that helped her in her conquests until she met Zordon of Elter. If you want to know who Zordon was, you can watch our video with all the history of this powerful character. He started a war against Zordon that would last more than 2,000 years, in which they had legendary battles where both lost part of their armies. Between all this war, Lord Zedd sends Rita to conquer the Earth, and she establishes her headquarters of evil on the moon, and Zordon established his on Earth to fight against Rita. In that period, Zordon finds 5 coins of power and Rita found 1 additional coin, the 6th coin, which would give life to the Green Ranger that would help her in the battle to destroy the Power Rangers that Zordon would create with those 5 coins. Before the Green Ranger and Zordon created the Power Rangers, Rita and Zordon were still in their war. Rita started to lose the battle, so she decides to form a plan and tells Zordon she wants to make a peace pact. Her real plan was to get Zordon to let his guard down and trap him in a time warp. But Zordon was prepared and locked her in a space junk capsule, sending the capsule to wander through space for eternity. After 10,000 years, some astronauts found the capsule and removed the seal by mistake, leaving the evil villainess free, who quickly went to the moon to her headquarters, which was abandoned. She managed to gather several of her servants who would help her again to conquer the Earth, and that is when she sent Golder to destroy the Earth. But she was surprised to find that Zordon had created the Power Rangers, who defeated Golder and all the monsters that Rita sent. After so many defeats, Rita remembered that she still had the 6th power coin, and with it she created the Green Ranger, an evil ranger destined to destroy the Power Rangers. After many battles, the Power Rangers managed to break Rita's spell on the Green Ranger and turned him to the good side, making him part of the team. After this, Lord Zedd was so displeased with Rita's inability to conquer the Earth that he re-imprisoned her in another garbage capsule and started the war against Zordon himself. In less than a year, Rita managed to escape and return to the moon with the help of Finster, who restored her to her normal size, helped her create a passion of love to conquer Lord Zedd and convince him to marry her so they could both fight against Zordon. At first it was a sham and she only did it to overthrow Lord Zedd, but in time she would abandon this idea and truly love him. After many defeats, Rita's father, Master Vile, arrived on the moon and helped his daughter turn the Rangers into children. At that moment, Rita and Zedd took the opportunity to bomb Zordon's headquarters and steal the Zeo crystal. Rita sent her brother Rito Revolto along with Golder on this mission. They managed to plant the bomb, but lost the Zeo crystal. Zordon, Alpha, and the Power Rangers managed to survive in a fortified power chamber beneath the Earth and eventually found the Zeo crystals in the rubble. Sometime later, Rita and Zedd were overthrown by the Empire of the Machines and decided never to face the Rangers again and advised Divatox to do the same. Even so, Rita and Zedd joined Dark Spectre to give a final blow to the forces of good throughout the galaxy. At that moment, they met again with Divatox, who had defeated the Turbo Rangers and was full of ego for that. With this, Rita regained the confidence that the Power Rangers could be defeated, so she and Zedd worked together to catch the Gold Ranger, but at that moment, the wave of power caused by the sacrifice of Zordon made Rita and Zedd to be transformed into good people. After several years, Rita regained her powers, but this time she used them for good and was called the Mystical Mother, appearing in Power Rangers Mystical Force. Lord Zedd, one of the most powerful Power Rangers villains of all time. Even some experts call him the most powerful villain in history. Although others doubt this data, as it says that he was overthrown by other villains such as the Empire of Machines. Plus there are very powerful villains like Dark Spectre and Rita's father. Even so, he has been one of the most iconic villains of the Power Rangers and is the first to be exclusive to the Power Rangers series in the United States that did not come from Super Sentai. The history of this villain goes back thousands of years when he was Zofram, the ancient guardian of Elter and the mentor of Zardos and Zordon. He proclaimed himself Emperor of Evil and enslaved Golder and Rita for his purposes of conquest in the universe. At that time, Lord Zedd tried to take the Zeo crystal to use them in his evil plans, but the crystal had a protection against the forces of evil, and this caused all his skin to burn. This is why Lord Zedd has no skin and his body shows the inside of his body, such as the fiber of his muscles, his exposed brain, and his metallic bones. He also wears a crown embedded in his body with a long tip that has a Z at the end. He carries a spear with the Z at the tip, which helps him channel all his power. His face is covered by a red visor and a kind of metallic mask in his mouth. After so many years of conquering worlds, Lord Zedd comes across Earth. He didn't think it was important enough to be worth his attention, so he sends Rita and Golder to conquer it. After so many failures by Rita, Lord Zedd arrives on Earth and punishes Rita by shrinking her and locking her in a space junk capsule and throws her into the depths of space. Lord Zedd began to fight the Power Rangers and managed to destroy the Zords, but Zordon and the Power Rangers managed to transform the remains into the Thunder Zords. These were more powerful than the previous Zords, so they were able to start a good fight against Lord Zedd. In a desperate attempt, Lord Zedd tries to make Kimberly the Pink Power Ranger his wife, and to convert her he sent Golder to brainwash her. Kimberly started to fall for Golder's words, but in the end, it was just a deception Kimberly did to give the Power Rangers more time to rescue her, and since then Lord Zedd feels more hatred for the Pink Power Ranger. One day, Lord Zedd tried to create a group of evil rangers, but Tommy the Green Ranger stopped him to save those humans that Zedd was controlling. Then, as revenge, Lord Zedd vowed to destroy the Green Ranger, and in this he succeeded, and then tried to brainwash him and make him his heir to the throne, but Zordon got there first and turned Tommy into the White Ranger. Due to the strong battles that Lord Zedd had with the Power Rangers, he had to dig up a powerful war machine called Serpentera, which could easily crush the Rangers' Zords, but had the disadvantage that it consumed a lot of their power and the machine could only battle for short periods of time. Given this, Lord Zedd had to take his centennial recharge moment, and it is at this moment that Rita manages to escape from the capsule and returns to the moon, where she puts a love potion in Lord Zedd's sleep machine. As soon as Zedd wakes up, he quickly falls in love with Rita. However, the potion did not work as Rita had hoped because Lord Zedd would not allow himself to be manipulated. Now with Lord Zedd and Rita fighting together against the Power Rangers, the fights became more difficult for the Rangers. They even managed to create an evil Tommy and even sent the Rangers to the past. Then, Rita's father arrived to the moon, and between the three of them they managed to defeat the Power Rangers, destroying their command center in a failed attempt to obtain the Zeo crystal, although this victory would not last long because then came the Empire of the Machines. After several battles against the Machine Empire and some more against the Power Rangers, Lord Zedd and Rita gave up and disappeared for a while. Then in the final battle, where Dark Spectre has a great meeting of evil, Lord Zedd and Rita appear to help in the battle and are sent to defeat the Gold Ranger. At the moment they catch him, Zordon's sacrifice happens and both are transformed to human beings, and they still kept their love. A love that led them to have a son named Trax, who was born before these events and was upset that his parents were lost in kindness. After many years in the saga of Dino Fury, the current saga of 2022, Lord Zedd is resurrected. Although the last time he was seen was in his human form, it is said that they revived his evil side before the wedding with Rita, an eviler and darker Lord Zedd with a more destructive power. In these new battles against the Power Rangers, he almost managed to defeat them, but failed, so he teleported away, swearing that someday he will return. Thanks to this, it is said that the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers history will feature several cameos from previous villains and maybe even the return of Zordon. The arrival of Lord Zedd to Power Rangers has fans excited for a new battle between Zordon and this villain to relive the old days. Another rumor is that Zordon may return in his physical form to then battle his former master Zophram, or now better known as Lord Zedd, to finally avenge the betrayal of the planet Elter and destroy Lord Zedd once and for all. This would be an epic and legendary battle for fans and would be an excellent ending for both characters. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more content.